Welcome back to another weekly grocery haul and a bit of a freezer stock up, but we'll get to that in a moment. I did film myself as I got all these groceries by bicycle, so if you want to see how people get groceries by bicycle here in the Netherlands, that video should be coming out on Monday. And in that video, I'll also talk a bit about the individual prices of things, etc. So, but yeah, let's talk about what I got and what I'm going to be using everything for. As always, we're going to start with the produce. I got some spring mix for sandwiches, and I'm going to do some burgers, for example, and some tacos. So I wanted some spring mix for that. Some grapes for snacking. I got 2 different kinds in 1 pack. Some broccoli just to have on hand because I don't have any at the moment. And I always like having that on hand because it's one of my favorite vegetables and it's very versatile. Then a big thing of onions. They're yellow onions and red onions because I always need onions. Then some apples for snacking this week. You know, I love my apples. These are Elstar apples, my favorite kind. I don't think you have them really outside of the Netherlands, but these are really good. If you can get them, try them. Some sweet potato over here. That's going to go in a vegan chickpea and lentil curry. Some cucumber, again, for sandwiches, for tacos. I think I'm gonna, no, I still have some pickled cucumbers, but I'll use them with my tacos, my burgers, etc. Then I got some peppers. I got these regular peppers, one of which I'm gonna use for some stuffed peppers this week. And then I have also these pointy peppers, and I'll use those for some roasted pepper and tomato soup, and for some quesadillas, stir fry, that kind of stuff. Some chilies, again, for stir fry and soup and whatnot. Some tomatoes for the soup. I still have some cherry tomatoes left, but not enough for soup and my curry, so I got some more. They're on sale this week as well, so. And then I got some potatoes, more than I really need, but I'll just have to have more potatoes the next couple of weeks. I don't eat a lot of potato. But those are going to go in some sauerkraut stampot, for example. So produce this week came to 18 euros and 41 cents. And then we have meat and dairy. I picked up some butter because it was on sale and I'm out. So I got 2 packs. Some salmon because I need that for at least 1 meal this week. But I also had a coupon, so why not stock up? Then they had these Catalan spiced sausages that I picked up. I'm going to use them and these regular sausages over 4 meals. I haven't decided which one I'm going to use for which meal yet, but I'm going to do stuffed pepper, so that's a bunch of veggies with some meat. Either of these sausages will go in there. I'm going to do some sausage quesadillas. And I'm also just going to have some meals like some cauliflower with some sausages. And I forget what I'm going to have the other meal with. But yeah, I'm going to use them in a couple of different ways. Some with the skin on, some I'm just going to take it out of the skin. Some ground beef. It was on sale this week. I haven't fully decided yet. I'm going to have some kind of burger on Tuesday. But I can do regular beef burgers, or I also have some ground chicken in the freezer that I might use. So I'm not going to use all of this either way, but I might use some of this for Thursday. The rest is just going to go in the freezer. Then I have some stewing pork. It's just going to go in the freezer. I don't have any plans for it yet, but it was a really good price. It was worth going a bit out of my way to get it for. And I also picked up some pork belly. Again, not using it this week, but it's just going to go in the freezer. And since I was already at the butcher, might as well pick that up as well because I have been in the mood for some homemade ramen. And I like doing that with pork belly, so I'll do that soon. And then for sandwiches for lunch tomorrow, I got some roasted pork. So meat and dairy this week came to 39 euros and 38 cents. But like I said, a good portion of that is for the freezer for the next couple of weeks. And then we have everything else. I got my 1 bag of chips for the week. I got some cheese onion. And then for lunch tomorrow, to go with my roast pork, I got some rolls, some whole wheat that I need to finish baking in the oven. And I got 2 bars of chocolate for the week. I got 1 pistachio and 1 whole hazelnut. And then I got some more tandoori spices because I just picked some up last week, but I had a bunch of tandoori flavored things this past week, so I'm almost out again. So I thought, let's just pick some more up just to be safe. All of that came to exactly €7. So the grand total for this week is €64.79, or converted into US dollars, that is $76.32. Now, if you like this kind of content, I do this every single Saturday. And if you want to see how I got all these groceries by bicycle, you can check out the video that will come out on Monday. Those videos I try to do about once a month. And if you want to see what I ultimately do with all of this, every Sunday I do a Sunday prep day video where I prep for the week. So I'm going to cut all my vegetables. I'm going to make some soup. What else am I going to make? I'm going to make some pickled onions and a couple of other things. And if you want to see what I ultimately eat, you can check out my Instagram where I post every single meal. Or you can check out the video that I post about once a month on here where I show you everything I eat in a day for a whole week. So if that all sounds good to you, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Until next time, bye for now.